In this segment, we're going to take a look at the hoop options and how we can manage our hoop options. And so before I do that, what I'm going to do is create a piece of embroidery. So I'll just quickly create an ellipse, and you can see here that it's in the sort of upper left corner of my embroidery hoop, which is on my screen right now. So if I was to go ahead and to choose this tool here, the Manage Hoop Options, this is the window that opens up. And I guess the first thing you could do in here is change your embroidery hoop. So right now I'm set for the SQ hoop for the MC11000. But if I click on the drop-down menu, you'll be able to see here, and I'm just going to scroll all the way to the top and then slowly scroll through them. You can see that we've got all sorts of different embroidery hoops. These are all hoops coming down still all the way down to, I guess, down to here. Those are all hoops just for the Janome machines. Then we've got some generic hoops that are in there. We've got some Artista hoops, Baby Lock, Brother hoops, Elna, Juki, Faf, Singer, Viking. Now, those are the hoops that are already provided for us, quite a massive list. And perhaps what I'll do just to show is I'll change from the SQ hoop to the B hoop. Now, one of the choices when I do that is, do you want to have the design centered in the hoop? And so I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And you can see here, now if I just move over a little bit in my screen, you can see that there's the design and it's been put right in the center of the Janome B hoop. Now, if I go back to this option, I could also choose to have the hoop rotated by 90 degrees, therefore giving us the landscape perspective as opposed to the portrait perspective. So another thing you can do with the Manage Hoop options is you can create your own hoops. And so I'm going to choose to add a new hoop. Now we also have commercial embroidery machines at my office. And so what I'm going to do is create a new embroidery hoop based on one of our commercial embroidery machines. And it's going to be for this, the Bairden 400mm hoop. So I'm going to give it a name. Bairden 400mm hoop, and so it's going to be a rectangular hoop, and it's going to be 400 by 400. Yeah, it's massive. Millimeters. And you can choose between millimeters and inches. Now, you have the corner curves, and basically you can see here if I grab the slider and drag it, that what it does is it gives us a little bit of a curve to the corner of the hoop. So you can this is your ability to basically try and figure out, what does my hoop look like? And you can also start, see I'm starting on the rectangular hoop, you could choose an oval hoop as well. So if I had a 400 oval, I could create a 400 oval, or I could just go to the 400 rectangle and then give it a little bit of slight curve on the corner, something like that. Now the only other thing in here you have to set is, where are the bracing arms? So are they left and right, or perhaps they're only on one side, on the right, or only on the left, or maybe they're at the top. So you get to decide, how is your hoop braced? Top and bottom, left, right, whatever it is. And then that basically creates the icon for your hoop, which will go on the screen. So I'll say Add. Okay, Bairden 400mm hoop has been successfully saved. And so now I can choose the Bairden 400mm hoop. I won't rotate the hoop, but I will have my design centered in it and say OK. And so now you can see that I've got this really large size embroidery hoop that I was able to create my own custom hoop size. So that's a little bit more about managing the hoop sizes and the hooping options.